Well, hello there. Thank you for joining us here at Coolest Life. My name is Tony, and I'm here to show you Ararat Lodge because I'm here visiting Ararat Lodge number 558 here in Ararat, North Carolina. Looking forward to this. I hear they may have degree work tonight. Of course, I won't show you any of that. It's sure makes you come visit yourself. I'll give you a tour of the inside of this lodge and see what it's like and maybe find some things that are interesting that this lodge has that others don't. Because you've just entered the Coolest Life, Masonic edition. Well, good news, I made it in. Isn't that nice? First thing I saw were these swords up here. This one here looks real familiar. I've actually given two of these away to my home lodges in Rose Hill and Midland. But this one here is actually a Knights Templar sword here. I don't believe they have a Knights Templar that meets here, but in fact, I'm pretty sure they don't. Well, let me turn this thing around here real quick and you can see what I'm seeing. In this hallway, they got pictures of their past masters up here. And you see guys with this last name. He's in here a lot because there's him, there's his daddy, there's his daddy's brother, and there's another kinfolk. But they go all the way around this room to include some guy that actually founded this lodge. He said it was his great-great-granddad founded this lodge in 1908. So it's neat to see the history of they had an Eastern Star here at one time, but it's neat to see the history of some of these brothers, and it's continued on. Downstairs, that's the restroom's up here, but I was gonna say that's the dining room. It's a standard dining room, not much to see. And this is the inside of the room itself. So up here you see the senior warden station. I really like this column here. It's good size. It's meaty. I also like the detail on these columns that you have in the back here. See, there's a Masonic logo on that one. But it's nice for your celestial globe. I don't see any stars on it, but we know that's the celestial globe because this is the terrestrial one up here. And this is standard size that you would find in elementary school. This is the W for the West. And you got some working tools down here. I like that. I don't think I've ever seen working tools on the side of a column before. Really nice. And then this is their door here, and they've got these. Oh wait. Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? So instead of having those smaller ones that you saw at some of those other lodges, they've actually got a full-size one that comes off. This one does not. Oh, yes, it does. This one comes off right here. Nice. Not seen that before. That's a nice set. These were handmade by Jerry Ward. He actually made those. He's a woodworker. Here's their lesser lights. You don't see this set up too much, but again, here in North Carolina, they don't normally put those around the altar unless it's a do rework. So we'll see that altar here in a minute. I have not seen this one before. This like it was presented to somebody. This, of course, is the North, Masonic North, that is, and we don't normally use that. And here's where the master would sit. That same brother that made that one square and compasses to the back made this one here. And also that other lodge was another lodge we went to. I'll post it. I'll post it somewhere up here. That lodge there. He's got a set that he made for them also. I did find a ballot box. You know me, quite the fan of ballot boxes. Put your business in there. In fact, I'm going to do that now. There's a little receptacle there in the back, a little hole in the back. And when you turn this thing around, it's inside your drawer. So this looks like it opens, but it doesn't open here. It's just a drawer at that end. Nice. No, not many moving parts with that drawer, so that's good. So there's their master's chair. You know me, I wish they would have had some master's logos here or up at the top. I do have a master logo to show you here in a minute. Chair sitting beside, I don't know who that would be for because their chaplain or nobody like that sits up here. This is some of their history. It's like their charter there. Some of their awards. do like that. It looks like a one of those little timekeepers, but it is not an operational timekeeper. Still got 3 steps here. You see that the treasurer down here and the secretary down here are actually on that level, which is also not the norm. You see this one here is actually on the first step. I don't see that a whole lot. This is a Buxton Manual that they use for all their what their officer duties, how they open and close lodges, all in that. And that was actually made by a brother who's a member of Farmington Lodge and a Moxville Lodge, I believe. He actually created that several years ago, and their Grand Lodge actually adopted it. So I haven't seen this before. I didn't know what it was at first until I realized, well, that's a square. So that's your symbol for your master. And of course, there's your level for the senior warden, and there's your junior warden plum. That's also wood, handmade. And I had never seen, when I first walked in here, I was like, why are these asters up here? I've never seen them displayed on a shelf before. Normally, those 2 large rocks will be here on each side of the master station, but that was unusual to see them displayed there in the south like that. You don't see an ear of corn here either, like we just saw in that our last video that we did. There's no ear of corn here. Again, this is the same state. So when you walk into, say you're in North Carolina, you see an ear of corn suspended right here. You cannot say, well, they do that in all North Carolina lodges. No. Just like not all North Carolina lodges are going to have this or are going to have this. They're going to be different. There are differences in their own jurisdiction, not just state to state, but jurisdiction to jurisdiction, and county to county, it could be different. So here's their altar here. Their altar's got a staff holders here. They've actually got a slide on that side. Makes it easy to hide things and put things away. Building's in good shape, real good condition. It was actually a 2-story building at one time, and they made it into a 1-story building. And when they made it into a 1-story building, they as they were doing it, because it was a tobacco house is what it was. But they leveled it, took off the first story, actually dug a basement, which is those downstairs that you saw when I said there was a dining room down there. And then they bricked it. And then they bricked this hole in and put a regular roof on it, regular pitched roof on it, as you saw from the outside picture. But that's a lot of work for a lodge. So and since they did that, it's only been a lodge. It's always been a lodge in this location. But hope you enjoyed this visit to Ararat Lodge, and I hope you get a chance to come visit them. They have meetings. What day is today? Today's Thursday, so it's the 2nd and 4th Thursday of the month, which is good for me because I got a chance to come by and see them. But come by and visit these brothers. I was welcome, definitely with open arms, and I was even vouched for because a brother was at another lodge meeting, was actually here, and so I didn't have to get investigated. Yay, because he sat in lodge with me before. Be sure to like and subscribe. Send us to your other Masonic brothers so they can check out the inside of this lodge, and be looking for some more videos to come, because you're now leaving the coolest life, Masonic edition.